brighter side, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasize. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, feel so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can have the throne, I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
In NBA 2K My Team mode, we have spotlight challenges where you recreate a moment from an NBA player's career. So Damian Lillard chose that incredible moment from that 2019 Western Conference playoff game. And guess who was on the call? You were. Can you recreate that moment and tell us what was going through your head?
You know, what was going through my head is a play-by-play.
Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, some people called on Joel Embiid to be more aggressive. The process accepted that with humility, saying, I want to be great, and it's only right for people to expect me to drop 35 a night. At the same time, he said, I'm not a selfish player. If the defense double teams me, it's about making the right play. Kevin?
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. So a moment now to see the story for Joel Embiid.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Kaminsky out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Greg, for those teams that did make a deal with the trade deadline, how hard is it to integrate a new player mid-season?
Well, guys who need the ball to be effective, it can be harder to integrate. But for certain role players, it's just how quickly they learn the system. So it's a tough call either way, especially if you have to go into a new environment where the terminology and everything's different. No doubt, my experiences in having guys traded to be a part of our teams, it was a tough transition for most of them.
Did you ever do it as a player?
I did it, yeah, and it's tough, It's not just the team. I mean, you uproot it. You might have to leave your family if the kids are in school. I mean, there are a lot of factors that go into it that just don't revolve around what happens on the court.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Look at Chris Paul getting aggressive. He's not going to let that three go unanswered. He's too competitive for that.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. The three. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's a three-point game. An even 3-on-3 break. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Off the left rim and out.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
It can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Paul for three. Drops in the tray. Paul's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Suns.
Well, over the years, Chris Paul has been such an efficient three-point shooter. He stretches the floor. You've got to honor his ability to shoot it with range.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
And that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. You can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
No good on that one.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
And he's good on the second. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. With three, Booker. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
Here's Embiid. 35 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Got that one up quick. Paul's got 9 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And there's the pass to Embiid. Over Ayton. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Simmons.
And with an expanding skill set, Embiid is able to hit shots from all over the court.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. And that's now 6 points for Devin Booker.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time. And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Paul with the steal. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Suns. Fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three.
And seeing where the Suns are, they've started the season on a high note. We thought it may take a while for them to kind of find their groove, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere here or any concerns about growing pains.
Yeah, I think that growing process has already taken place. This is a team that already knows what its identity is and where its strengths lie.
The 76ers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Crowder, he's checked in for Phoenix. That's good from Simmons. Well, the pandemic impacting earnings all over the NBA, Doris. The pain is felt, we think, most keenly by small market teams.
Across the board, Kevin, there are economic realities that the pandemic has forced NBA teams to look at. But always those small market teams depend on revenue sharing to compete. So now attendance is compromised and their ledger is affected even more. This is going to be interesting to see how this affects roster composition. Boy, we've got a lot of questions to be answered.
And Simmons slams it in.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
Here's Paul, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
What's up?
Free throw drops for Paul.
Well, there was a decades period of time where Chris Paul was simply stated the best point guard in the league. But let's make no mistake, this guy is successful off the basketball court as well. For such a long time, he has played a significant role in the players' union, advocating for the players at large, and I have such admiration for it.
Now here's Simmons. 23 points for him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Here's Booker. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Paul against Simmons. Bridges with the steal. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And stolen by Booker over Embiid. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Simmons with it. He's got 8. Outside, Green. To the paint. Here's Embiid. No good. Shot missing. And Phoenix the other way now. Three-pointer. Crowder. It's hauled in by Harris.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And a wide open look for Simmons. That one a little long.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
For three, Bridges. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history to average 1 block and 1.5 steals while also shooting over 40% from three-point range. Boy, that is the perfect resume for a 3-and-D wing.
This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The 76ers third.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Outside Curry. Left side Harris. Over to the left wing. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Three-pointer. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Wow, 6 of 8 from the field, 75%. Just scoring the ball at will.
To the middle. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
That's a 2 from Paul, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And
the power on that throwdown.
Goodness.
Wow.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Here's Crowder. Bucket is good. And the Suns lead by 19.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Harris. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the Suns making a change here. Moore's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Green. Here's Booker. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Booker's got 17 now. The 76ers trail by 21. Simmons passes to Curry. Simmons against Booker. Inside, Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 5th assist in this one. And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And here is Harris after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Tries from 16, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Booker's got 22 points.
Well, this is the assertive mentality of Devin Booker. When he starts to find his rhythm, turn the lights out.
Embiid, no good. And here are the Suns now. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. To the wing right side. That's tipped. Bridges with the steal. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Philadelphia also making some changes. Howard's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Simmons. And so here's Phoenix. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Here's more. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. What sets Embiid apart is he does it with such ease.
The drive by Booker and the dunk by Booker.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Down low, here's Howard. A beautiful reverse layup.
That is a grown man move from Dwight Howard.
And here's Booker from the arc. Another three for Phoenix.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Philadelphia's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Booker. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Eibel's checked in. Fires from deep. The rebound by Johnson.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
Here's Crowder. The shot that time, not on target. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Maxey passes to Howard, and it's Thibault in the corner. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
And it's Moore penetrating, and the layup falls. Moore's got 6.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Kaminsky with a clear path to the hoop. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Howard. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
Phoenix ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. .35 seconds left in the first quarter. Crowder against Embiid. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Near the three-point line, it's Moore. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Here's Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. It's good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip from Chris Paul.
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves to last year. Early in the year, we was doing that every couple games. We was like, man, our record was here, this was that. And teams change, your games have to change.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Suns, Jay Crowder out there with Johnson. Then there's Etuan Moore. Then there's Ayton. And it's Galloway in at the two-guard. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
A moment here to see the numbers for Jay Crowder. Putting up about 10 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Here's Maxey. Drains the three-pointer. Maxey's got 5 points so far. Enzo Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. It's good.
You know, the easy one there. You know, Galloway able to read the defense, finding his man for the great setup. Pretty.
Pass to Embiid. To the inside. And that one's good. Maxey. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. Smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
The Suns making a switch here. Hall's checked in. Now off the inbound. And it's Ayton missing. Here's Philadelphia. Here's Korkmaz. Basket good.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Ring shot on the way, and it's good off the back rim and in. Paul's got 22.
Well, Chris Paul, when he feels like he can get his jumper going, he's going to it. There's such confidence in that shot.
With the shot, here's Embiid. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 15 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
pulls up on the wing. Again, Phoenix.
We've heard the term master of the mid-range. To Chris Paul, it's apropos.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. Paul with the steal. Here's Crowder. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Korkmaz passes to Embiid, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Embiid's got 17 now.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Well, we know Chris Paul is a pass-first type point guard, but boy, can he score it.
Now, here's Maxey. He has 7. Lays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Paul's shot is off.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Korkmaz, defended by Crowder. Howard's shot is good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Good on the bucket.
Showing his explosiveness. You know, Galloway's strength, slicing his way to the rack. That's beautiful.
Timeout called the 76ers.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. Philadelphia also making some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Embiid. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Now, here's Howard. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Simmons. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
And that one's good, Ayton. Here's Simmons, 12 points for him. And they double up Simmons. And here's Harris from the arc. Offensive rebound, Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, because of his frame, Dwight Howard is so problematic for the defense, gets to the foul line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
That one is off. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Now, here's Curry following the shot by Chris Paul. The three-pointer is right on target.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
And the Suns call time here.
Dance team.
And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Chris Paul.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Man, Chris Paul under duress of the defense. What concentration.
From deep, Green. It's hauled in by the Suns. Johnson outside with his first shot attempt. Another one falls for Phoenix. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Harris looking it over, and it's Howard finishing it off.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
Shot on the wing, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Galloway has got 6 here in this quarter. The 76ers shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Back to Simmons, knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 8 points.
I think he's adding more toughness to his game, and it's great to see Seth Curry stick with it and finish strong.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
And it's Ayton missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Simmons passes to Harris. No good on the triple. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Suns. Over Simmons. Johnson's shot is off. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Here's Galloway. Nice touch on the bank shot. 8 points for him.
Perfect example of Galloway's ability to stop on a dime and drill the jumper.
And Curry has it in the corner. Cans it from downtown.
He's starting to heat up now. He's been much more efficient with the shot in this quarter than in the first.
Here's Galloway. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Phoenix grabs the miss. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Here is Howard after the Suns pick up 2. And Harris wide open. He shoots at 3 off the mark.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Philadelphia has gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times.
Danny Green is one of the best catch-and-shoot players in the league. Makes it look easy.
And the Suns call time. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Some changes for Phoenix. Kaminsky is checked in for Johnson. Etuan Moore comes in for Langston Galloway, and it's Booker in for Paul. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Milton's checked in.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both. Suns leading by 23. The drive by Booker and the dunk by Booker.
I'll tell you, let that guy get ahead of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Now here's Simmons, following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Milton. D right on him. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. The Suns 3rd.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want a foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And the first one at the line is good. Embiid, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. That one misses.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, you love guys who are efficient, reliable free throw shooters. Devin Booker is not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 17.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it. Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Here's Milton. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Booker. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Milton. Not a lot of room. Harris outside. The 3. Drills it from outside. Harris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Moore with the bucket.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Pass to Milton. 1:31 left in the second quarter. Harris, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And 11 points for Tobias Harris.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
18 feet out, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Pass to Embiid. Suns leading by 23. Pull-up jumper. No good from Moore. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got 13.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, one of his many attributes, guys. Booker is hard to stay with when he's pulling up off the dribble.
Here's Simmons, and he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. Crowder, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for the 76ers. Maxey comes in for Green. Well, Phoenix shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. The drive by Booker, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. .17 seconds left in the first half. Here's Maxey. And the 3 off target. Near the 3-point line, it's Moore, and the Suns tack on 2 more. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, hot start, cool finish. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited, officials excited, you know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
And I'm excited. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 steals and 1 assist. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Suns?
Simply a special scorer. Booker, this guy is tough to stop. And we've seen this guy drop 70. That's right, 70 in a game. And he does it with a wide array of skills, constant movement.
And Shaq, what do you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And stolen by Ayton. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Yep, that one goes. Simmons got 17 now.
And love watching Simmons run the floor, just eating up so much space in so little time.
No good from Booker. The 76ers trail by 18. Over in the corner, Green. No good with the triple. Green's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Kaminsky. Basket counts.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Curry outside. They get the rebound. Embiid up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Shots good by Green.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Paul goes in. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Back to Embiid. Shoots over Bridges. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Embiid's got 23.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
And the basket by Curry.
One thing you know, you do not have to tell Seth Curry to shoot it. If he gets an open look, he's going to take it.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. For the three.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
And the dunk by Booker.
A case in point of running the floor well in transition. Yet another way Booker can beat you.
Here's Simmons. He's got 17. There's the pass to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid.
You know, crafty, that seems to be the word most applied to Booker. Able to get the defense to overreact.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Green. Both free throws good from Booker.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 30.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
Now here's Simmons. 17 points. Whoa, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Ayton, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. Look at Curry, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Free throw good, Booker. Phoenix making some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for Kaminsky. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Paul. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the 76ers. Both free throws good from Booker.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Simmons dishes to Curry. Pass to Howard. Out left to the wing. Got a piece of it. Korkmaz kicks to Simmons. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. He gets it in there.
Oh, terrific body control. Booker gets hit on the drive, stays on balance to complete the play.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
D.A., thank you. For 3, Booker. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Now here's Simmons. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Joel Embiid.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
And the Suns call time.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Ejuan Moore is checked in for Phoenix.
And let's review some numbers for Ben Simmons. 4th in steals, 6th in assists, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And Embiid throws it down.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load. And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And here's Booker from the arc. He can't get it to go. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Korkmaz. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Johnson. And here's Booker from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Booker's got 56 points in the game.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Here's Simmons. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
And Simmons slams it in.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
No good from Booker. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 9 points. And it's Howard finishing it off.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Here's Korkmaz. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Phoenix leading by 10. And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Philadelphia's shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Simmons passes to Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
Well, good night for the defense. Dwight Howard finishes with authority.
The drive by Booker. Simmons pulls it in.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Simmons slams it in.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And the 76ers call time here. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Devin Booker. Then for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle checked in for Korkmaz. Shake Milton comes in for Dwight Howard. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. Now here's Milton. He's got 5. Pass to Embiid. Down low. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Curry.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And here's more outside. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Maxey passes to Milton. It's good. Milton's got 7 points.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Here's Galloway. Connects from three-point range. And the Suns lead by 11.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Moore, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Suns have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Green, he's checked in for the 76ers. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The 76ers trail by 11. And here's Maxey. 9 points in the game so far. Milton's shot is good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside. And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Now here's Milton. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. Here's Thybulle. 9-point game. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. 1:36 left here in the third quarter. Here's Ayton. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ayton's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Passes it to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Suns. Crowder goes in. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the pass to Maxey. A new 14 for the 76ers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The 76ers in second.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
That's good from Harris. And the Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in. And Harris drops them both. And 1:01 left in the third. Here's Here's Galloway. Another three for Phoenix.
Boy, that's just great lift on the shot from Galloway. You see the elevation, the follow-through. It's a very repeatable motion.
Now here is Harris. He's got 17. Pass to Maxey. Trying his luck from deep. Here's Embiid, and it's blocked. And he recovers it.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got 18 points.
We've seen when Galloway is aggressive, he can give you big games, and he's really been delivering.
Fires from the line. Rebounded by Moore. Suns leading by 13. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Crowder. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Pass to Maxey. Over to the wing. Here's Embiid, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Phoenix ahead, up 11. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Jay Crowder. Ejuan Moore is out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Bridges, and it's Kaminsky in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. The 76ers trail by 13. Here's Maxey. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Maxey after Mikal Bridges' bucket. And the wide-open shot from Green. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Paul for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove. Well, this is a shot he hits with regularity. Defense trying to close, just not good enough.
Ball's knocked loose. Milton the pass to Maxey. Back to Milton from outside the arc, but they get it back. Here's Harris. Tries again from the arc. And the 76ers get it back.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
For 3, Bridges drills the three-pointer. Bridges has got 5 points in the quarter.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Three-pointer, Crowder, another 3 for Phoenix.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's Jay Crowder demonstrating how strong he is. He's dominating the defense with his ability to play through contact.
What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Doris, as we've seen, NBA players are becoming more vocal on social issues, and some will say, keep politics out of sports. Should the NBA and should all sports teams be worried about that backlash?
Kevin, one of the things I admire most about the NBA is its commitment to the causes it believes in. And whether we are talking about the mental health issues of some of their players or the current situation in the country, the NBA's commitment to supporting equality and social justice is admirable. What is controversial about equality and social justice for all? Nothing. I admire their commitment. They're on the right track.
76ers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Simmons' shot is good.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
No good there. The Suns go the other way with it. Outside Carter, and the 3-ball is good. Carter's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Now here's Milton. Passes it to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Back to Milton. The pass to Ferguson. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Milton the pass to Simmons. Here's Poirier, defended by Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Milton's shot is good.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And it's Paul penetrating, and he uses the glass on the layup. Paul's got 40 points.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Poked loose. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Finish off the break. Paul's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, you can see Chris Paul has been an elite two-way player for a long time in this league. Turn your defense into offense.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Poirier. Over Jones. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Here's Carter. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Milton, defended by Paul. Now Milton. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 44.
I'll tell you, the savviness of Chris Paul on the break, he is a force to be reckoned with.
Now here's Milton, defended by Carter. Paul against Simmons. Here's Milton. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
And there it is for him.
There is a relentlessness to what Chris Paul does. This guy works at his own pace, wears you out, searching for his shot.
Now here's Simmons. Inside. Poirier. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Phoenix calls timeout. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got $100-200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
And Galloway's checked in for the Suns. Then for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Korkmaz in for Simmons. Carter drives in. And that one drops. Carter's got 7 now in this quarter. The 76ers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Pass to Korkmaz. Shoots from the high post, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Galloway shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
You know, it's amazing. Galloway completely unheralded before catching on with the Knicks. This is the guy who was the first ever call-up from their D-League affiliate, and he's showing he belongs.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And it's Thybulle in the corner. There's the triple. The offensive rebound. 3-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Galloway has got 12 points here in the second half.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Now, here's Bradley. Here's Poirier. Here's Thybulle. And the rejection by Smith. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Passes to Ferguson. Right side, Bradley. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Plenty of space. Thibault can't get it to go.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Smith's shot is good. And the 76ers shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Now, here's Thibault. He's covered closely. It's Carter, high post. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Ferguson. 5 to shoot. Korkmaz kicks to Ferguson. Another miss by Philadelphia. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 13-4 run. And it's denied. Jones, no luck. The 76ers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Philadelphia ball.
Maxey's checked in for Korkmaz.
76ers. Tyrese Maxey.
.158 left in the fourth. Ferguson for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Let's go. Releases from the wing and drills it. Smith's got 4 this quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
And the Suns tack on 2 more. There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Phoenix.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Devin Booker.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
And here's a timeout from Monty Williams. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Here's Thibault. Off target at the rim. Smith with it. Over Maxey. On target from 13 feet.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Now, here's Maxey. Now the pass to Bradley. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Galloway and the Suns tack on two more.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.